March 13th, 2025. How's it going, guys? It's early morning here in Kansas City in the Independence, Missouri. So what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about the crime and the drugs here. We're going to talk about the boomers coming up and down 47th Street and the ones that deal the drugs going up and down 47th Street. We're going to show that Gordman's parking lot and Toys R parking lot. And we're going to show even that food distribution place over there. What? I don't know. There's just something that doesn't seem right about that place. And ever since it went in, it was that one that went in, or right around the pandemic deal. I don't know, but I noticed they got massive security cameras up over there now. I bet they do. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, but who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? Because there's a lot of stuff going on. And there was a red pickup truck that was sitting there this morning across from where Gordman's was, and there was a Latin that was sitting in this one vehicle just sitting over there. Now, Toys R Us parking lot had several vehicles, and some of these people are older people, and some are not. But, it don't matter if you're 65 dealing drugs or if you're 18 dealing drugs. It's all no good. But very weird, very strange this morning. We're going to show that real quick here. And had a motorcycle come up here. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what time that was about. Got up at 6:30 this morning, so we leave out about 7:30. It was about a little bit before 7:30 this morning. Motorcycles zooming up. Oh, they like revving coming up the street. But then there's this black guy in this kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a Tahoe or something. It's butt ends down. It's got that saggy back end, and it's a loud one and a boomer. We're going to show that baby too. I walked down there to the street this morning. These people, the thing of it is, they need to be called out. Police need to be calling them out. They need to be stopping them, finding out, if they have a warrant for their arrest, if they've ever been in trouble with the law. Because these people are causing chaos here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri. Let's take a look at this. Okay, guys. This is the guy that was on that bike this morning. And it was coming up pretty good rate. It's not 55 or 75 miles an hour down through here. This is a residential street on top of it. But some of them, between the vehicles and stuff, they have no mufflers. I seen a muffler yesterday that somebody had deliberately drilled the holes out in so it'd be louder. I was down here off 63 when I was going to the zoo. I almost got a shot of that, but I thought, I ain't going to mess with it right now. But, they want this chaos. They want this havoc, and they use everything at their disposal for that. But we're going to show that, and then we're going to show this black guy, too. So let me see if I can roll this back. I got to have to move this out of the way, guys, I think. But here we go. Now, hold on. I'm going to do this one more time because they get down at the bottom of Norfleet and rev the engines up on their bikes before they head up the hill. Let's see if I can. If you guys can hear that good or not. I heard it gunning. I don't know if you guys can hear it gunning. I pulled my body cam off because I wanted you guys to see this. All right, now hold on. Okay, guys, now here's this one. Now, you got to understand, this was only just a few seconds apart. Some of these people actually know each other, and they're in their groups, and they deal the stuff over here. They deal it up at Gordman's. They deal it up at Toys R Us. They deal it up all over. They're up at 7-Eleven. They're back behind O'Reilly's. And these vehicles are over and over and over again. And Independence or Jackson County Sheriff can't stop these? That's BS. Come on, people. Let's get some Trump people in here. Maybe we need to get some federal agents in here that are on the up and up, because I'm sure that they could do some things about this stuff. I know Jackson County Sheriff's always down there. I know when the bikers bunch, they always seemed like they hung. There was another bar that was across called DeCarlo's. They always were sitting down there by the tool shed, always watching. Maybe Independence didn't figure they could handle the bikers and the other ones, but I don't know. It just makes me wonder why that always went on, and it seemed like Jackson County Sheriff handled the ones down there at the tool shed, but the other ones, I don't know, it never make sense to me. But let's watch this guy. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Should got it in the right place here. He wasn't booming this morning.
Boomed all the time. Just sitting low on the rear.
Yeah, it's one of those low ones, guys. He'll come down the street in the evening too. He's booming. We want everybody to see these people. You know, full disclosure here. Let's everybody see, because these are the problem people. These are the problem people. I mean, there's a lot of bikers and they go down the street and they're not revving. They're not revving their motorcycles or revving them going up the street or down the street. But these other ones are. Isn't that interesting? Oh, now we're going to get to the Gorman's in the Toys R Us parking lot. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. Now, the first thing I'm going to show is from the back side of my back dash cam. And let's just take a look at this. Okay, now, what I'm going to show here first is over here behind this sign. Let's see if I can move this back just so you guys can see this beforehand. Let me just... See that red pickup truck right here? Now, I don't know if this is the same one or not. And it might not be. There's one that goes up and down all night long. It's a fairly shiny brand, you know, it's fairly new looking pickup truck. And it goes up and down between midnight till 3, 4 a.m. But this guy's sitting over, he's watching across the way here. Now, let's just kind of cross over here a little bit. And you see this vehicle over here, there's another Jose. Oh, and there's Jose in this. But now this guy's watching back up for this guy over here. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can go any further than that. Yeah, okay. So this guy is sitting here from over here. Well, what are they so concerned about? Why are they having to watch each other's back? What are they doing? Independence, Kansas City, Missouri, you might want to take a look. Now this guy, maybe he's over here watching to make sure nobody comes in here down through here. Could be, you know. But the problem of it is I go down this road every morning. I go down there at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. And never have I ever seen this red pickup truck over here sitting here. So that's why it draws a red flag right off the bat. Well, truck, I hadn't seen anybody sitting there before, but we got one sitting there now. Now, hold on. See this white vehicle? We're going to see it better because I'm going to show it from a front view because I'm going to drive over, across over there through the bank, and it looked like there was vehicles sitting everywhere. And I'm going to show that. So hold on. Okay, guys. So the first thing I see this white vehicle over here. This one right here. And this red vehicle sitting over here. Now, you're telling me that this isn't something that should be questioned. Something that somebody shouldn't look at. I mean, there should be no car sitting over here anyway. This is a vacant lot. Well, what are they sitting there for? Okay. So let's just go on up. I got it in slow-mo here, so let's see if I can. There's a red truck sitting there. Well, there's an older guy in this deal. Got the tag number off this vehicle, too. Because, you know, like I say, it doesn't matter if they're 18, 22, 65. There's people that are addicts and needing to make money on the side, and they'll do anything for it. We got old bikers that still deal drugs. You know, they could be 65 years old. It doesn't matter. You know, somebody's got to, you know, Harleys are expensive, and the older ones even break down a lot. Got to have a lot of money to keep those babies up. So we're going to go on down here. Just a second. Okay. Now, this is where if police were driving through every day, they might be able to use some of their brains, some of them, and think. Now, what I'm going to talk about here is maybe this is nothing. Now, you see there's a whole set of vehicles sitting down over here, and this is what a Image Dental and Orthodontics place. But what I found out, it's really strange. I've been here drove through here three times in the last 3 or 4 days. And this vehicle sitting there, and there's a gal, about mid-30s, white gal sitting here. She's not sitting over here where all these vehicles look like maybe if they're working there, but she's sitting way off over here. I don't know. Now, I go up to Wendy's, I go to Arby's, and there are those, what are those ones? I want to say Uber right now, not Uber, the DoorDash. But these vehicles, okay, like when me and my son, we said at Wendy's, there's DoorDash going in all the time. And there's people that are in this area that go in and out and use the vehicles. But none of these have I seen that. None of these are the vehicles. Now, I don't know. I just think that some of this, I mean, everybody just turned a blind eye to all this BS. So we're going to drive through the bank deal here. We're going to go up to the main drag road here, back behind these. And it looks, okay, we got this guy. I think this is the guy, I don't know, I think he's Japanese, Chinese, or something here. Now, what kills me, these ones here have, some of them have handicap. Now, if you're a handicap, why in the world would you be sitting over here? And if you were going to a church or something to get assistance, there's a place down over on 23rd Street where they give food out and other different things. What's going on here? Maybe they're giving out something other than a food to these people. Maybe they're selling something. I mean, what is the reasoning to be here? They're not at these businesses over here. So what are they doing? And they're not like the guy I showed last night that looked like he's a caveman, crawled out of a cave. They're dressed in nice clothes and stuff. So what are they doing? You know, I brought this up before. What are they doing? At all different hours. See that vehicle? It's got a person in it. See this vehicle down here? It was there yesterday. Not over here. It was in a different area. But hold on. I think it's something they should look at. Because there's no reason for them. But like I say, DoorDash deal, there's the ones that go regular in and out of Wendy's all the time and Arby's. And these aren't them. So what are these doing? If they're not, you know, I see that'd be the next thing they'll say, oh, well, we're waiting for a call for food. Well, you know, they could be sitting over close to like a food place or something that they're doing that. But let's go on down. And then, Jose down here, they knew I was coming back through. And this guy, he got moving in this white vehicle. This guy's Latin here. And this one right here. And that's the same one that was sitting across from where the red one was at. But what are they doing? Now, there's a black guy, that's going to be coming up 40 highway. Now, you look at this. I mean, okay, let's go 2 + 2 = 4. I mean, you know, unless you just went and arrested them yourself and held them down, what the hell? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, why isn't any of this being stopped? And some of these, like I say, some of these people do not look like they've ever even been here before. I mean, what I mean, they're from this country. So we got the red truck riding shotgun for this guy. Now the white guy, he was an American white guy. This guy Latino here in this one. Sitting in an abandoned parking lot. It should be demolished. It's got mold that you couldn't even breathe in. And there's people going over there. I showed a truck yesterday that's taking out probably, who knows, metals and cutting things out of the buildings and everything else and stuff. But, anybody care? Shoot, no. It's Independence. This Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, so we're going to go on up. Now, this guy's still sitting here, see? Okay, well, let's go take a look at this guy. Hold on. All right, so here's the truck. It has no license plate on the front of it, okay? So, and like I say, I'm going to make it, let's do it, say what I said again. This vehicle never sits there. Every day I go up there in the morning, there's not a vehicle sitting here with its lights on across from the other way, from the other parking lot. That's not normal. That's not a given. It don't matter if it's like you say, it's 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. It's never sitting there. So hold on. All right, so I blacked out half the deal on the plate. It's got Kansas tags on it. Okay? So we're in Missouri, but it's got Kansas tags on it. Okay? But it's sitting here. And like I say, a lot of people that went down to Doc Holliday's where the drugs and stuff were, and down there by the tool shed, they were from Kansas. They got bigger money because they're making money. They're not over here in supposedly the slum area. But see, the people over here are so stupid, they don't understand that. They don't get it. But I thought that was very strange. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. Let's see, I want to show this. The white guy. Now, this guy, he was dressed in a blue uniform. And, I mean, I should say he had a blue jacket on with a shirt and stuff. He was, I don't know. That was weird. Because he never sits there. Never sits there. And that's weird. And then, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see if I can get my pen. But some of these poles actually they put massive security cameras now on these down here. Well, I bet they've had to. I don't know if I can get that. Yeah, let's see if it's a little bit clearer. Now, these down here have a whole bunch of cameras facing every which way. Well, they probably need them. But this vehicle never sits there. So, I don't know. And like I say, it drew my attention because we have one red vehicle. I don't think this is a red vehicle, though. It goes up and down all the time, though. Because, I don't know. The only reason I think that is because it looks more like a Chevy or Dodge. I think that's a Ford there, it looks like. But what was this guy doing? And why was he spotting for the Mexican, the Latin over there? I don't know. Now, let's see. Well, another thing that come to mind here. Well, I guess, it could have been a trucker. But why are they needing to put the trucks over there in Gordman's or Toys R Us parking lot? There wasn't any 18-wheelers over there or anything. I don't know. I mean, if this is an establishment, this is a business, and all the trucks, I mean, all the places I worked at, when I worked at warehouses before, I worked at Citywide Chemical downtown. If you had 18-wheeler stuff, they parked on the property. They didn't go park on somebody else's property or something. I don't know. I still say that there's a big thing being moved. Something that, like I say, needs to be looked at. I mean, this distribution center here, shoot, they could even be, it could be a front for moving other stuff. Who knows? I don't know. I know, but, this place and up at Strike and Spare up there were the two places that had went in right when the pandemic started. And this, I think, had been planned. I'm pretty sure it had been planned like months in advance. But not Strike and Spare. When all those other businesses were going out of business, they were thriving. Well, how's that? I don't know, guys. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm about ready to run out of time, so I'm going to hurry real quick. So, okay, when I went on back, and like I say, they walk up here to this Gordman's and Toys R Us parking lot. This is where they have their backpacks and stuff. I'm going to get this. Got less than 40 seconds, guys. Ah! Okay, guys. There you go. This guy, he walks up there. So, what was the Latin in the vehicle sitting there for? What's this guy walking back and forth? These, like I say, they go all the way from Gordman's, Toys R Us, all the way up to 7-Eleven. Moving this stuff. All right, guys. About ready to run out of time. Keep your eyes open. Stay safe out there.